First, there was cave paintings. Egyptians evolved this to hieroglyphic pyramid wall paintings. Then, someone drew hieroglyphs on papyrus, making technically a manuscript, but essentially a book. 20 seconds after the first book ever existed, someone else said, "Hey man, I reviewed that thing you invented." The book? 3.5 stars. Hello world, it's me, Joe Crick, your number one Joe, and I am super excited to talk about books. These knowledge storage units constructed of cellulose and ink, they've hung the hell on. Movies, radio, television, Wikipedia, podcasts, YouTube. None of these things have been able to kill books. It's all on you now, TikTok. Fact is, all the things that prognosticators have predicted will kill books spend a lot of time dealing with books. Tons of movies based on books. Tons of TV shows based on different books. Also, TV shows exist like National Treasure of a Human Being LeVar Burton hosted Reading Rainbow, where the whole show is about, and you may never believe this, reading. If you thought I was going to say rainbows, don't feel bad. You had a 50-50 shot there. LeVar isn't the only celebrity to push the paper either. Jennifer Gardner, Amy Adams, and Josh Gad spent time this year reading stories on social media. #SaveWithStories. Oprah, Jimmy Fallon, Reese Witherspoon, Emma, both Watson and Roberts, Sarah Jessica Parker, Florence Welch, and Andrew Luck all have book clubs. Let's not forget the most modern celebrity, famous YouTubers. An entire genre of YouTube content exists called BookTube. Amazingly, it has nothing to do with beauty products, video games, toys, cooking, decluttering, fan theories about Disney intellectual properties, or fan theories about Rick and Morty. How are you booktubers even allowed here? It's not just booktubers. There's a whole slew of online personalities whose main content is beauty products, video games, toys, cooking, decluttering, fan theories about Disney IPs, and fan theories about Rick and Morty, but they mix in book-related stuff. You have video series like Wisecrack's Thug Notes or Cinefix's What's the Difference. PewDiePie, the most subscribed to YouTube personality, read and spoke about almost 80 different books in 2018 and 2019. Lindsay Ellis is one half of the PBS digital show It's Lit, making her a YouTuber/author/booktuber. And speaking of YouTubers/authors, vlogbrother John Green vlogs, but he also has a list of 99 must-reads on Book Riot and wrote a book that's so good you'll never need to read it because it became a movie. In fact, journalist/not YouTuber Barbara Speed, in a 2016 New Statesman article, lays out the case that YouTube saved the publishing industry, starting with Alfie Diaz's book deal, which I find insane because at any given moment watching YouTube is the main reason I'm not reading a book. All these people are getting in on this sweet, sweet book talking biz. Well, world, I'm here to take my piece of the pie. I'm going to start talking about books for fame, fortune, and glory. And the first thing I need to do is pick a book. This Matters is my first video book review, and this is going to set the tone for the rest of my life of getting money for talking about books. And I can't pick a classic. Those books have been debated enough just on the Wikipedia pages. I can't pick a new trendy book because then it just looks like I'm chasing a trend. I mean, I am chasing a trend, but I don't want to be chasing the trendiest trend that is inside of a trend that I'm already chasing, because that's a dangerous double chase. This book needs to be something important, something personal, a book that says almost as much about me as it does the author. I think I know what book to choose. Recently, a very important person in my life gave me a book to read, and I think it's the perfect book to kick off this endeavor. That very important person, believe it or not, was my surgeon. The book he gave me was Laparoscopic Hernia Repair, Treating Your Hernia with Laparoscopy by Crames. It's just the perfect choice. I haven't written a book review in, let's say, a few years. Several years. 2 decades. And I've never attempted to write a professional book review either, with most previous reviews being a coerced product of academic assignment. I'm going to need a quick refresher. When I look at the world's favorite search engine, they send me to the only place that provides informative, cartoon picture-based instructions and an easy-to-navigate knowledge database. Of course, we're talking about wikiHow. WikiHow has two guides that are relevant to this pursuit. The first is how to write a book review, a simple, elegant process written by a PhD split among 3 parts featuring 17 steps using over 50 bullet points and beginning and closing with a template outline. So easy. The second one is how to become a book reviewer, which is awesome because I had no idea this involved 9 additional steps beyond write book review. Obviously, this is the more important of the 2 guides because mountains of cash and throngs of fans is the whole reason I'm doing this. I'm going to keep that how to write a review wiki in an open tab, and I'll come back to it when we get to the write your book review step. Buckle up, world. We're becoming professional book reviewers. Okay, makes sense. Hey, I've already done this. Start a blog. Start a blog. Start a blog. I have a semi-barely to inactive Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Reddit, Imgur, Discord, GitHub, Goodreads, LinkedIn, Yelp, Soundiz, Twitch, and of course YouTube account. No blog. Do I really need the additional self-loathing from ignoring yet another platform of self-expression? Does LeVar Burton have a blog? Yes. PewDiePie? Oh, yep, sure does. John Green? Yeah. Oprah? Yes. And a magazine, which is like a blog for Gen Xers. And a TV network, which is as close as you can get to a blog for boomers. Reese Witherspoon? Check. Emma Watson? Yes. Surely Andrew Luck doesn't have a... Oh, nope. Here it is. And his podcast. Is it possible I might not succeed because I don't have a blog? Something easily created with no barrier of entry, no skills needed, little effort, and no upfront cost? Is it possible that this is the only thing stopping me from raking in cash like a real estate mogul's Adderall dealer? New video idea: how to set up a free blog. First, I set this tab aside to come back to when I'm done with my blog. And in my new tab, I'll open the How to Start a Blog for Free wikiHow wiki. There's a lot of players in the blog space. Weebly, Wix, WordPress. Those are the W ones. Joomla, Jimba, Jekyll, J. Obviously. The rest of the alphabet has to share Blogger, Ghost, Medium, and Tumblr. I'm sure there's more options, and I'm sure you have an opinion about how amazing the blogging service I failed to mention is. And you feel I'm lazy because I didn't spend 42 days scouring Usenet to find out about this magical blogging service that never sold out by doing things like advertising or listing on search engines. This service, they make handcrafted, artisanal blogging tools for real artists. Well, folks, I have a special place for you to vent about my egregious ignorance. It's called the comment section. It's located down below, and it's open for your ranting. Please do so now. But then, if you mention this service in your rant, since they're definitely using HTML no index in the meta, wouldn't that make you the sellout? Whatever. I picked WordPress. Nope. I don't care. WordPress.com. Okay. Done. Sure. This one. Finally, I get to the part that I came here for. It seems becoming a big book moneymaker through wikiHow is like eating at my favorite Mexican restaurant that's next to a tire shop, Casa Azteca. You have to get through 2 baskets of chips, the tableside guac, and the chicken tortilla soup before the waiter even starts to consider bringing out your main course. My main course in this case is the first tab I have open. Finally, doing the thing to get the money. Done. Nonfiction medical procedure literature. A hernia is a tear in your abdominal wall that your intestines will try to utilize in an attempt to escape from the prison that is your human body. If you have a hernia, you should have a surgeon fix it before all of your internal organs spill out, because that is really, really painful. Your surgeon is going to cut 3 small holes in you. These will be used to insert a robot into your body. The symbiotic team up of robot and surgeon will work together to seal up the hernia with an impenetrable mesh, preventing your innards from ever making a run for it. You'll need a few days to recover after the fact, and might need to take stool softeners to avoid constipation. Informative. They could have spent more time talking about the robot instead of describing a hernia. I know about hernias. I already have one. What I don't have is a giant robot that inserts itself into people and repairs them. It's not. Oh boy, here we go. This is something I thought I would never need after I dropped out of college for the 3rd time. There's a ton of literary devices, so I'm just going to work with the top 15. Illusion, none. Alliteration, nope. Allegory, nope. Colloquialism, no. Diction, informal explanatory. Euphemism, no. Flashbacks, no. Foreshadowing, sure. I mean, if you own a copy of this book, chances are there will be a robot inside of you in the near future. Imagery, yes, they included pictures, which means no, they failed as a literary device. Juxtaposition, no. Metaphor/simile, no. Onomatopoeia, no. Personification, no. And it was a missed opportunity. Personify the robot, Crames. Symbolism, none. Tone, straightforward medical information written at a level easily digested by the non-medically inclined laypeople. I can assure you I've never read a book like Laparoscopic Hernia Repair, Treating Your Hernia with Laparoscopy. I can't tell you what the future holds, but I would be shocked to learn that this book has had any influence in the world of literature. 3.5 stars. That's it. Prep work's ready. Time to turn my notes into book review gold. Okay, I need a heading. We'll go with World's Greatest Ever Review of Laparoscopic Hernia Repair, Treating Your Hernia with Laparoscopy by Crames. That works. Time to use my notes. Recently, an important person in my life, a man who went to the University of Wisconsin, yes, he was a Badger, handed me a copy of Laparoscopic Hernia Repair, Treating Your Hernia with Laparoscopy by Crames, and said, Joseph, you have a small and genial hernia on your left-hand side. At some point, you will have to have surgery to repair this. You should read this book. I knew then that I had a duty to read this book. And when I got to the final page, I was compelled to share my thoughts, almost as if there was a purple box printed on the last page asking me to go and do just that. The book Laparoscopic Hernia Repair, Treating Your Hernia with Laparoscopy opens by defining what a hernia can be. It shows the reader. Quite literally, it shows pictures, like a wikiHow wiki, several types of hernias. The story then tells us if you have a hernia, your hernia is one of these. Continuing the journey of laparoscopy, it shows you how a hernia can be repaired, once again using pictures. And sadly, it fails to develop any of the characters, particularly the most intriguing character, Robot Assistant. Finally, it concludes with the tale of recovering from laparoscopic surgery, which might require you to take pills that make it slightly easier to poop. But if you do take these pills, it will be significantly more complicated to wipe to a level of clean that you're probably accustomed to. Written using only the most simplistic vernacular, Laparoscopic Hernia Repair, Treating Your Hernia with Laparoscopy, despite utterly lacking compelling characters, does the bare minimum of taking the complex world of hernia and hernia repair and explain it in a way that even the most imbecilic of ignoramuses may have the possibility of grasping. 3.5 stars. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Go to numberonjoe.wordpress.com and read it for yourself. Link in bio. Leave your comments down below or click the like button. Obviously. Hey! That's it. Done with the book review. Back to part 3, learning to post effectively. Okay. Done. Please feel free to follow me on any of my semi-active to inactive social media accounts. It took me almost 3 months to finish this monstrosity of a video, so... Sure. Have I mentioned yet that you can leave comments here on this video down below? Kind of doing that in the book review, don't you think? I'm posting about books, wikiHow, so I'm on it. Oh, wikiHow has over 150 wikis on how to be a better writer. That could take years. I'll settle for subpar. Until now, I had no idea that blog directories were a thing. wikiHow, you've taken me of my blog directory innocence. And I'm not sure I want it back. Who knows? This might have awakened some carnal blogging directory desires. Is it wrong to list on 2 directories at the same time? Even if we are over the age of 18 and clicked OK on the service agreement? Look, I've never been one to judge anyone else for their blog directory lifestyle choices. That's all I'm saying. Technorati.com is a blog directory, so this would be a repeat of the last step, but just for the one specific site. Technorati, the South by Southwest award-winning blog directory / blog search engine / blog ranking system that shut down in 2016. Go there now. It's just a half-finished holding page for Cinecore with a broken game section. This is forgivable. It's probably a wikiHow list from before 2016. When was this last updated? Oh, that's nice. June of 2020. So like 4 years after Technorati.com has been shut the hell down. Sloppy work, wikiHow. Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. I hate to say it, but I'm starting to have doubts that wikiHow is a reasonable way to learn a new career. Learn SEO. Just learn search engine optimization. SEO is something that takes months to learn and has nothing to do with reading, reviewing, or talking about books. SEO is something boring people get certificates in so they can frame them and hang them in a boring office on a boring beige wall and then say to everyone, "This is my certificate for SEO." If I wanted to learn SEO, wikiHow, I would learn SEO. But I'm trying to become a celebrity book critic. Just for fun, I looked up how long a good SEO course is, and it's 1 fiscal quarter. 1/4 of 1 year spent doing nothing but learning how to game search engines so I can get my blog on equal footing with all the other bloggers who spent an entire fiscal quarter learning how to game search engines. Of course, wikiHow has like 20 different wikis full of instructions for mastering SEO, continuing this endless, unescapable rut of wikiHow wikis. Or I can learn SEO from, hey, yeah, I bleeped it out, but you and everyone else with a regular to extremely high video consumption level on YouTube know exactly who I'm talking to. Look at how awesome I can work an ad pitch selling your online courses into my organic content. Organically. I think you should be giving me money so that all 20 of my regular viewers know about your online SEO and blogging courses. I did it once. I can do it 10,000 more times. Just cut me the check. Cut the check. Or Venmo. Actually, I don't have a active Venmo, so Zelly, I have that one working. I mean, I could set up a Venmo if that's what you need, but Zelly. Or, PayPal's fine too, or no crypto. Too volatile. Great. I'm supposed to read and comment on other people's blogs. I could read and comment on other people's books. But no, wikiHow. You demand I make friends. I'm done with this wiki. I'm not going to be a guest blogger. I didn't even want to be a myself blogger. I will begrudgingly do so if it means my bank account grows with sponsorship dollars. I don't want to take writing courses, and I don't want to be an SEO. SEO is weird because the field and the job title use the same acronym. It's optimization for the task, optimizer for the tasker, which doesn't really matter because I didn't want to do SEO or be an SEO. I wanted to chase a trend and get money and free stuff from companies and people for saying nice things about them on the internet. It's almost like you're not actually helpful. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself with the blogging stuff, so I'm just going to focus on doing one thing at a time. I'm going to go back to the very first tab, the one about becoming a professional book reviewer. There are numerous book review websites that will provide you with even more free books and perhaps even a bit of cash in return for independent quality reviews. Hell yeah, wikiHow! This is what I'm here for. This was the job. Highly paid celebrity reviewer. It's my own blog, wikiHow. Tell me exactly, whose rules and deadlines am I supposed to be following? Well, this would have been useful earlier. John Updike passed away in 2009, tragically, without ever recording a podcast. WikiHow, I've put up with your tomfoolery long enough. It's time I review you. WikiHow, your user-maintained informative instructional lists, while providing a base level of knowledge for almost any task, don't guide the reader towards real mastery. It instead leads us to challenges that require the studying of more WikiHow wikis. Most wikis are written in a straightforward instructional prose that anyone with a rudimentary grasp of the English language could easily follow along to. Yet WikiHow wikis insist on providing pictures for each step. Pictures that, for endeavors like writing a book review, fail to provide any relevance at all whatsoever, while for tasks like start a blog, the images are too generic to alleviate any confusion that a novice may strike upon. Ultimately, the apparent goal of WikiHow is to trap its denizens in a constant exploration of tasks that require more WikiHows, each step resulting in more tasks, requiring new WikiHow wikis. An unrelenting, unending forced march towards nowhere but back to WikiHow and yet another wiki. An endless loop, an unending gauntlet where each step forward, much like life itself, results in only exposing more steps and ultimately no sense of fulfillment. To this I say, Wiki, how could you? 3.5 stars. That hurt. 3.5 stars.